group on it. A green lead school without an integrated curriculum simply is not a green school. It could be an energy efficient facility, but it's not a green school. And with great respect to people who make them energy efficient schools, you just don't have it. If you haven't taken this from the day, I hope you do realize this is a win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win situation. I don't see any losers here. I just don't. I think this is a win-win for everybody. So here we go then. If it is for everybody, for not just for the STEM people, the science, technology, and the math, not just for the STEM people, but can you see how this fits with our children who by their nature, by their genes, by their personal desires and interests are poets, they're writers, they're musicians, they're the next president of the United States. They're future politicians. They're future administrators. They're just not math and science people. It's way. They're farmers. They're going to be growing food. They're going to be in the biotechnology, the leaders of the biotechnology. They're going to be working in jobs that don't even exist yet. Do you see how this fits for them? And that's our job. Do you see how what we talked about today, directly or indirectly, addresses what David Hord refers to as the shift generation? If you haven't read his book, I recommend it, The Shift Generation. We have got to progress beyond educating for leaders in the industrial age. And I came from a town where Andrew Carnegie created a university just to provide middle management for people who worked in steel mills. We've got to get beyond the cells and bells thing. Children today, and this is rapidly changing, I believe, but you can correct old Uncle Bob if you think this is wrong, but the whole thing about where I can't sit next to you and look at your paper because that's cheating, wow, I hope we're past that. I mean, we are into kids, children, and I say that with great respect, young adults who by their nature enjoy collaborating. We're talking about the Facebook generation, the tweeters and the twitters and the sitters and the pick somebody, the internet people and the Facebook people and the MySpace people. And I'm sorry, if that's not part of what we're doing, they're going to just check out. 50% of the kids, children, young adults, who drop out of school with passing grades just don't want to be there. And I hope that a number of people had examples today, not just me, a number of people had examples of the kinds of things that can make people want to come to school. They want to come to school. I have one caution about some things I did here today, and that is the whole idea that it needs to be age appropriate. Once more, all the technology things and HVAC equipment and buildings as laboratories and so on and so forth. You could put a vision glazing into a door to a mechanical room, and once more, that's much more appropriate for vocational schools and high school students and engineering students and things than it is for a third grader. They can't even see in that window. They can't see in there. They can't get up that high, let alone have any dream of really understanding what that is. Give them a garden. Whew. That's a whole other matter. So there are different degrees of connectivity. There is connectivity through technology, and there's connectivity through really what we are wired to do. We're the only species that has the ability to alter its environment faster than we can adapt to it as a species. Now, I was sharing with someone, I forget who it is, it fascinates me how we can put a child in a swimming pool, and by nature they know how to breathe and be in water and swim. And yet, our K-12 curriculum in this country beats nature out of them. It's mind-numbing how we beat nature out of our kids. I don't get it. I'm serious, I don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense to me when those same experiences that by their very nature, by their genes, by their fact that they are a member of the human species, the human race, they want to be connected to these things naturally. Who has read Last Child in the Woods? Whew. Sherry. Wow. Wow. Okay, we've got to somehow get to, it is not degrading or demeaning or insignificant that we hook our kids up again with the natural world in the spirit of education. I am convinced, another point here, I am convinced, I'm sorry, this stuff is cash neutral, or the things that we're talking about can actually generate revenue. We can generate revenue. When I see kids that have clubs that are learning and they're scoring high and their attendance is up and they have less sick days and less asthma days, and they are making money and donating to food banks and helping people who they'll never even know in their lives, I mean, how can we not do this kind of stuff and still teach reading, writing, and arithmetic? Please write Representative Moore and thank him, please. In my weaker moments, I listen to the news and I hear of programs in the Pentagon that are cut, you know, and these things that are cut. And I contend as a citizen, I'm talking as a citizen, I'll leave you with this, I'm an American, just like you, I'm a citizen, just like you, I pay taxes, just like you. And I'm weary as an American hearing that we don't have money for this, and we didn't have money for that. If I could take the profit, just the profit, I'm a hawk. I'm a hawk who believes in a very strong military. And I'm a hawk who says give the American combat veteran anything they want. As a taxpayer, I'll pay for that. Anything they want. But when I listen to the news and I realize that the profit margin, go ahead and make money, don't lose money, but the profit margin on 2 of the F-22s that was just cut in the Pentagon would pay for everything the state of South Carolina wants to do, $500 million in profit will pay for everything they want to do. As a taxpayer, I don't feel bad about that. I'm angry about that. I share that with you as a colleague. I'm not upset about it. I'm not sad about it. I'm angry about it. Let's line ourselves up here, folks. This is America. We shouldn't be sending kids home with Fruit Loops in their pockets. They should have a laptop and a full stomach, and they should be learning the kind of things we're talking about here today. Not just in Kansas, all over this country and in other countries. So that's my napkins and that's my notes. Thank you.